Hey everyone, another small town shopkeeper here. Today I thought I'd talk about, I haven't really talked about how this all began. Um, so I will just go back. Started in 2008. I moved to Lincoln. The day I got there, I walked into a really, really small game place called Game Room. And a guy named Chris Thompson owned that. And I got hired like that day, like the day I moved. And started full time, and so I was his only full time employee. We had like one part time guy, and 6 years later, we had over 40 employees, two locations, and a warehouse. And long story short, I went through a life change, and I decided to make a change. And I went from that was in Lincoln, Nebraska, and then I went all the way back to small town Chatter, Nebraska. So I was doing this on a big level. I'd say I became an expert in it, from like repairing everything, building the shelves, like hiring people just from the ground up there for everything. And so I decided to, and it was a lot different from when you have like two, three people than you have 40 some. And it lost a lot of its initial luster. I really missed the relationships, the talking about the stuff for fun. When we had that many people, I didn't get a chance to enjoy those conversations anymore. So, Shattern, I found this old building in Shattern, Nebraska, which is up in the corner by Wyoming and South Dakota. There's like 5,000 to 6,000 people here. Very small town. And I found this old building. I got it for $15,000. It's a 3,200 square foot building, and it's got a 3,000 square foot basement. It's a gem. There's a reason I got it for 15,000. I had to do a lot of work to it, so I got a small loan for 20 grand, paid for that, and then got it up to code and everything. And I started with everything I owned in is my inventory. I had a pretty impressive record collection, video game collection, and I just put everything I owned in there. And it was like my 10-year loan payment was $212 a month. So I can't remember what it amounted to, but if it was 25 or it was less than $50 a day I had to make to keep things afloat. My utilities were pretty low, surprisingly, and so I didn't have to make a lot. So I started with nothing and met my significant other, Megan, and she moved in with me shortly after I opened. And we lived here for 2 years or so in the back of the store until she got pregnant with our daughter, and then we decided we needed to, get a place. Um, Living a little rugged in the building, but it was a good time. And then it just slowly kept going and going, and now we've been open over 10 years. So there's a synopsis, I guess, on how it started. Did a ton of work, and this building was like formerly it was called Chattern Youth Build, and it was like a organization where they'd work on houses, and like, I don't know if it was kids with community service or what, but it was a government program, and then they lost their funding, and they just locked the doors. And so there was like a bunch of construction supplies in here, like stacks of boards, and wood, and nails, and screws, saw blades. And so everything I made from in here, I didn't have hardly any money to like build shelving and all this. And right when I left Lincoln, we cleared out the game room, cleared out multiple Blockbusters, and so I got like an entire Blockbuster store of shelving for free. Basically, it was like, well, anything at the end of the day that's still in here is gone or trash. And so I spent a whole day just clearing out shelves, and that's what a lot of my shelves are here at the Game Changer. So there is a short story of how we came to be. Let me know if there's anything specific anyone wants to know more about. But that's it for today. Have a good day, or don't. It's up to you.